boy, y'all should have seen when he got. Oh boy, in my previous video we just recorded was too funny, y'all. On the previous show, boy, the jury is confused, just like the rest of us, just like the rest of America. The jury is confused as well. This is a complete sham. It ain't funny. Stop laughing. Ain't nothing funny. You got to come on here and act professional, Rick. Ain't nothing funny. Our poor president, man, is going through it, man. Wasting his time, energy. A disgrace. They can't even tell you the crime, man. Prayers for Trump, man, for real. Boy, boy, boy. Everybody say, I can't wait. I gotta watch my words on here. I don't even know if I can say that. But if he's convicted felon, we're still going for him. That's what we're gonna say. Oh boy, I tell y'all, man, the jury is confused. The judge has confused the jury, y'all. This is finna get good, boy. I tell you, this is ridiculous, man. A complete sham. Didn't wasted everybody's time, energy, tax-paying dollars just in flying through the wind. I tell you. But I hope everybody is blessed, well, and healthy, man. My brothers and sisters, my beautiful patriots, beautiful people around the world, man. Hope y'all had an amazing month of May. We got to spread so much love this month, man. Memorial Day just passed. You know, we got to spread so much love, you guys. And I told y'all, these next couple of months, man, it's gonna be a roller coaster ride, man. And we're gonna be covering a lot, man. We're gonna be covering a whole bunch. So just be ready. And I tell you, I'm gonna come on here and have fun with y'all, man, because hell, we're living in some dark, dark times, man. I don't care if you like me coming on here cracking jokes and laughing or not, boy. We are living in some dark, dark times, man, for real. And I encourage you to smile, laugh, be kind to people. When you go out in the public, check on your loved ones. You know, please check on your kids. Suicide rates, depression, anxiety, PTSD is at an all-time high. People are struggling, you know. We have been declining for a very long time, man. And yeah, this is America. And right now, we just seeing how high can the kangaroo jump, peeling back the banana in the Republic. So let's go and jump straight into this, man. The title that says, this is the most shocking part of Trump's trial. Let's go and jump straight in, y'all.
Thank you, John and Sandra. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shannon Bream in for Martha McCallum. This is the story. We are live at the Trump trial in downtown Manhattan, where the jury is deliberating right now. Behind closed doors here, the former president charged with falsifying business records to cover up a payment to porn star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. He is facing up to 4 years in prison on each count, and he says he did nothing.
8 years. 8 years? 8 years? Oh, y'all might have make me and my patriots some breakfast. Just make me and my patriots some breakfast. Why don't you do that? Brag. Alvin, do nothing, brag. Make me and my patriots some breakfast. What y'all like for breakfast? Get the bacon hot. And make sure you add some cheese to the eggs. And we like bagels too. Throw the bagel in there. And you better not forget the juice. And you better not burn that toast either. You left that toast in there too long last time. You burnt it, son. You burnt my toast. You better not burn that toast this time.
Illegal.
Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. These charges are rigged. The whole thing is rigged. You have a trial like this where the judge is so conflicted he can't breathe. He's got to do his job. And it's not for me, that I can tell you. It's a disgrace. And I mean that. Mother Teresa could not beat those charges, but we'll see.
Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa.
The 5 co-host Judge Jeanine Pirro is with me here at the courthouse. All right, Judge, what has struck you? The final arguments, the jury instructions, now we wait.
Well, there's so much that strikes me. I mean, on the one hand, I've been saying continuously that Michael Cohen is the linchpin of this case, and the judge gave an instruction. If you believe that someone has lied to you about a material fact, then you, of course, are free to disregard that person's entire testimony. If they go to that issue regarding Michael Cohen, most of the consideration of this case is done. However, what the judge did was he muddied up the waters, and what was a relatively simple case has now been turned into a very complicated case by the judge saying, look, we've got these misdemeanors, but if you believe that any of these 3 things happened, a federal election campaign violation, a tax violation, or the third one is the falsification of records, and we don't believe there were any falsifications, and we don't really care whether or not you all agree on which one of these 3 things happened, then you can convict the defendant of a felony. And that, to me, was the most shocking part of this. And the judge clearly was in a situation where he said that the classification of income as a reimbursement when it's not it can be considered a tax violation, even though you haven't underpaid, even though you paid as much as you're supposed to. It was almost as though he was making this up as he went along, and they answered the question which they refused to answer in the beginning in the indictment or the bill of particulars, which is, what is the crime
What
that
is the crime?
resurrects these 2 dead misdemeanors? And the judge said, hey, don't worry about it. If you go to column A, B, or C, well, you don't even have to agree on them, but we'll get them, folks.
Well, and we didn't hear about what that underlying crime was. There were allusions here and there during the arguments, during the summations, but we were all waiting, and I'm thinking, if we're all lawyers sitting in there waiting and watching to figure out what this underlying thing is, how confusing do you think that is for the jury? We know they have 2 attorneys on the jury. How confused do you think they are, or do you think they see it clearly?
Well, one of the things that you hear in the courtroom, is that the juror who had 3 notebooks filled with notes was the lawyer, the corporate lawyer. So I'm saying to myself, the corporate lawyer is going to start, standing up and talking about all of the notes. If he goes through all his notes in an effort to do what the jury could ask for a reread of, then we're in for a long haul here. But at the same time, you kind of say to a jury in cases like this, and I've tried these, nothing like this one, because this isn't real. Sometimes difficult decisions are relatively simple. And based upon who the linchpin is here, this is a simple case. There were no records. No one put Donald Trump in touch with anyone vis-a-vis the voucher, the invoice, or the check. And we know that Donald Trump was concerned about Melania. So, they would have to prove that he did it for the campaign to the exclusion of any other option. And they didn't even argue that.
And I do think that was a jury instruction that was good for the defense, where he said a campaign expenditure, if it's something that could have been expended outside of the campaign, if there was no candidacy, which Trump supporters will argue, he didn't want his wife or his family to find out about this or be embarrassed. That was something that the jury could then take and say, oh, it wasn't a campaign expenditure. This isn't connected to any election law or that kind of thing. He still leaves them other doors, other places they could go. But that was a win for the defense in that sense.
But think of
this is bad, man. Y'all hear what she said, man? This is bad, bro. And by bad, I mean this is the sham. This is ridiculous. The jury is confused. Go on, laugh. Go on, start giggling. I know you. Yes, the jury is confused. Oh boy. Y'all do not miss my Kevin O'Leary video, please. I'm gonna have it posted at the end when we get to the end of the video, man. Do not miss that, man. He hit it right on the nose. If y'all see what with the 5 when they brought on Kevin O'Leary, he hit it right. He hit it right on the nail, man.
About the fact that, Shannon, that you've got Michael Cohen talking about the federal election campaign violation. You've got David Pecker, the head of AMI, talking about a federal election agreement. And then the defendant in this case is not allowed the opportunity to bring in Brad Smith, I think his name is.
Right, the former FEC commissioner.
Right, to talk about what really is a federal election campaign violation. And yet the jury is going to be ruling on that and voting on that when the defense was denied the opportunity to present evidence. There is so much reversible error in this, it could reverse a cruise ship.
Well, and here's the thing. If there is a conviction, we have no idea where this jury is going. If there's conviction, of course there's going to be appeal. And so many of the things that you brought up, that's what the Trump legal team is going to do. But you will have months, if not years, of him being referred to as a convicted felon all through election season, and something I would imagine the Biden-Harris campaign is looking forward to using if that happens.
Yes. And
so there's the political along with the legal.
Yeah, and ultimately, Shannon, it's about politics. I mean, Robert De Niro was here yesterday, supposedly, to rile people up against Donald Trump. All he did was rile up an audience, and he told them to F off and called them gangsters. I mean, that was the Biden plan here. And as you say, Biden has said, we're going to refer to him as a convicted felon. We look forward to talking on the day that the verdict comes out.
Okay, Judge, we are just getting some word. There are reports from inside the courtroom. There may be some kind of activity. Now, whether this is the jury saying to the judge, we have some questions, we want you to read back part of the jury instructions, we want a portion of testimony read back, we have no idea. But there is some kind of activity, so we are trying to determine at this point what that may be. But you've seen this. We've seen this when juries go out. Sometimes they have a question. We know there are 55 pages of jury instructions. In this case, he did not give them to them in writing, but it said, if you have questions or you want me to read something else, come back. So here's President Trump. This is live. Of course, he's staying around here, as he's got to do, and stay while the jury deliberates.
Prayers for our president, man. For real, you guys. This is... But I told y'all, man, we riding. That truck, that check engine light is on. That truck is riding. I bet you it crank up. And we on the interstate right now as we speak. Going 75 miles per hour. In the right lane. And that truck is shaking. That truck is shaking. Boy. I tell you, if you scared, don't get out. We'll pull over to the side. Because them true patriots, we're going to ride, baby. Oh, what a sham, man. What a disgrace. We shouldn't even be making this video right now, man. That's how bad this thing is, man.
Operations are underway, but he and his legal team will go back into the courtroom if there's a question from the jury, if there is something that the judge needs to get involved with, or if there's a verdict. Listen, I think we'd all be shocked to get something this early, but it wouldn't be shocking to have some kind of question from the jury at this point.
Well, there's no question. Juries come back with notes all the time. I mean,
his suit was little.
You know what, Judge? We want to work past.
One of them fellas had a little suit on. He need to get a bigger vest and a bigger suit. His suit was touching his chest. Little suit. Oh, little suit. My bad, y'all. I seen somebody with a loose look. He had a little suit on. More body than suit.
It's 4:30 today. Where does the judge get off saying, 4:30 you can all go home, but I want your phones for the next 3 hours? I mean, none of it makes sense. Or it could be that they want to read back of something or maybe they're going to ask the judge, do we do 34 at once or do we do each?
All kinds of questions.
Be a myriad. It could be, we want soda.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, what kind of clues should we look for from a jury this early when they've got questions or whatever they ask, if we can find out what they ask, that's always super helpful for us trying to guess where they may be stuck.
They have to put it on the record for both sides, so we will know what the note is. Generally, they're going to ask about a read back or to look at evidence, but I understand they took the laptops in, so they have the exhibits that have been marked into evidence in the jury room, in the deliberation room. I imagine it might be a read back based upon,
Think about how many weeks ago, we're sitting in
6
there,
weeks.
The days of Hope Hicks and David Pecker and all of these early folks that we heard from, it seems like ancient history. And so for them, as they're trying to piece the puzzle together, as they have their deliberations, they may say,
Yep.
yes, we need something from week 2,
Yeah,
which was a while ago.
There's truth to the saying, justice delayed is justice denied. And the truth is that this has been drawn out for so long. There was no justification for a week off for this jury from Tuesday to Tuesday. There was no justification for them not to be sequestered. This is the former president of the United States of America and the possible future president. Probable, and if in any case there should be a sequestration, it's this case. I would have said to the jury, bring your toothbrushes, tell the clerk who you want us to call, and you get 1 call each, not 2.
Okay, and by the way, we know that judges do different things and have different reasons for sequestering, for not sequestering certain trials. Why do you think this judge decided not to let them go about their business and go about their lives in something that is such a critical trial?
Well, let me ask you this. We know already that jury pool is from a group of people in Manhattan who are 85 to 90% anti-Trump. Vehemently
just based on voting the last time around.
Based on voting.
We don't know how these folks voted.
But we don't know how these folks voted, but that's where, jurors come from. They come from the voting booth, not the voting booth.
The pool.
Yeah, the pool. Here. And, so I think that is a danger. I think that in a case like this especially, they should have had them sequestered because there is so much chance, because there's so much on the line. This is a top job in the United States of America, and you're allowing the jury to go out and possibly be influenced or to even read a newspaper. I would say to a jury, you can't watch the news, you can't do any of that. Yeah.
Click here.
Boy. What is y'all talking about in the comments? He says, I will not vote for Trump unless he has hot sauce in his purse. Bro, I can't make this up, man. Y'all are just amazing in the comment section. Them Patriots, boy, I tell y'all, man. All around the world, man. Different places, different countries, different states, different cities. Amazing people, man. But I'm sorry I got to break it to y'all, man, that we got to waste time and energy. It's complete sham, man. But again, this is waking up a lot of people, man. It's been some of the best campaigning for us, and a lot of people see how corrupt this thing is, man. But boy, I'm gonna make sure y'all go click on this video we did with Kevin O'Leary when they bought out Kevin O'Leary, man. Boy, that's why I started the video. I started off the show laughing. I was still laughing off our previous video, because man, for real, they are confused, just like all of us are confused why this thing even exists and why nobody can tell us the crime. But anyways, man, make sure y'all click on the video. I love y'all. I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life. I encourage y'all to spread the love, man, because we are living in some dark, dark times. God bless you all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, family.